comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, wow, that camera is not doing well. Okay. No bueno. No bueno. I'll put some more light on this. I had to move my desk. I'm going to try a trick here. Oh, all right. That's all right. We'll work on it. I got a new desk, so I had to move some stuff. Maybe it's in the wrong plug. Get the... Come here. Ugh. Get that. Yeah. I have a secret. I love fucking with narcissists. So it's just bullies. Don't bring your bully shit into AA, man. I won't go for it. Some guy just tried to fucking come at me in a meeting. No. I'm not going to tolerate that. You come into a meeting and start forcing your will upon other people, things are not going to go well for you around me. But yeah, a little secret about me. I like to fuck with narcissists. I don't go out of my way. But when it comes to bullies and people pushing other people around, I will push back. Okay. Don't go come into an AA meeting and say, I can talk about drugs because Bill W. took them. I will shut you down. It's an alcoholic meeting. Sorry. And we don't even really talk about alcohol in there. We talk about the solution. So I do not like this lighting. And the camera is off. So I'm going to have to do something. But I'll figure it out. Hi, Michelle. Hi. Good to see you today. I got a new desk, so things have changed a little bit. Yeah. We're going to read out of an Al-Anon reading today. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm a drunk. I am an alcoholic. Yeah, this desk won't fall down if I move it wrong. My other one is like, so I'm going to turn it into shells. All right. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. And if you're here, please say hello. My drink is all the way over there. So I'll be back. See how the camera's off? Just okay. It's a lot of anger. There is so much anger. Awesome. Yep, me too. I've been taking care of the house, getting the desk done. We have a rollaway right now. We're getting rid of a bunch of trash. Front yards look nice, So yeah, I like springtime. I like driving up to my house and going, wow, that looks nice, and knowing I did it. All right, May 20th. Like alcoholism, obsessive thinking can be too much to handle. My best hope in battling is not to begin, because once started, it gains steam and becomes harder to interrupt. I understand this. Yeah. When I start what ifing things, still happens to me. I'll have to let something go like 20 million freaking times. But I'm aware of it and I know, but it's happening less and less and less as I move on in life. So thank God for that, right? So I am um so we're growing, and that's, you can kind of mark your progress. But when it's somebody close to me, it's a lot harder. Like, somebody just got into an argument with me in a meeting. If it was somebody close to me, I'd still be pissed. But I don't know this person, so I really don't have any emotions around it. I'm a little stirred up. Eh? But he was talking out the side of his fucking head. And I ain't gonna let that happen with a new person. So before obsessive thinking takes hold, there is usually a point at which I have to make a choice. Uh-oh. We were given a choice and we may take the wrong route sometimes. But I get it, because once it starts moving, it's like a train. Once it starts moving, it is hard to stop. It is hard to stop. Here's a trick that my mom taught me, and it works sometimes for me, not all the time. But here's a trick. Allow yourself to feel that feeling for 10 minutes and then be done with it. Be as angry as you want for 10 fucking minutes and then let it go. You're done with it. You gave it its time. Just a little trick that sometimes I use. What's another thing? Well, this is a day at time program. Maybe I can't take care of that. That's usually what's going on, right? Hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. I allow a lot of things to distract me. Notice how I said that. I allow a lot of things to distract me. So I have a choice. I can opt out to mentally toy with a subject that has held my mind hostage in the past and is therefore dangerous. Okay. Now, dangerous for an Al-Anon would be old behavior. Same as us. Same as us. Going back to drinking is old behavior. That's just what that is. Okay. Because alcohol was a solution. It was a bad solution, but it was one. Right? Or I can recognize the danger and try to drop any thoughts of the topic from my mind, praying for my higher power's help. I've found this is where I go next. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is yours, not mine. I'm sorry I keep taking it back, but if you could remove this, I would appreciate it. Your will, not mine, be done. Okay? Now, my mind always wants to take it back. 2 minutes later, I'm fucking thinking about it again. And then I repeat that process. Okay? Today, I'm going to have to do it 50 times. The next day, 49, 48, 47. See, now I only have to do it a couple times during the day for it to take effect, because I practiced it so much. And now my brain goes, oh, I don't have to deal with this right now because it's not happening right now. If you feel like an emotion comes up for you and it feels like it's happening to you right now and it's happening to you again, that is PTSD, not alcoholism. Okay. 12 steps will take care of some of that, but not all of it. In my experience. I can reach out to an Al-Anon member or an AA member, in our case, for support before tackling a topic to which I am vulnerable, so that my thoughts won't have a chance to get locked inside my head. There again, what sounds good in the head may not coming out of the mouth. Yeah. See, when I told you earlier, take that 10 minutes, do it out loud. Do it out loud. Because then you'll hear the stupid shit coming out of your mouth. Then you'll hear how childish you're being. I will exercise the power of choice. Yeah, you have choices today. You do. You have options. You bet. When we were drinking, I didn't have any options. Everything was determined by alcohol. But now I get to pick and choose what I do during the day. That's much different. That's much different. I will exercise the power of choice by refusing the invitation of obsessive thoughts. If I don't pick them up, I won't have to let them go. All right? So don't, sometimes these thoughts, and they're tough, man. I get intrusive thoughts all the time. They're extremely distractive. Okay? This is why it's hard for me to hold a job, because I'll be at work. I will not be a very good employee, and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Okay? I'm not going to be able to sit there for 15, 20 minutes. It ain't going to happen. Unless I'm doing a daily trudge, then I can sit here for about 45 minutes. Today's reminder, I'm learning to pay attention to my thinking. If there is something I cannot contemplate without becoming obsessed, I will respect the fact and act accordingly. That's another cool way of doing it. Respect the emotion. That's cool. Yeah. Same kind of thing that I was talking about before. Because by respecting it, you're acknowledging it, and then you can see it and do something about it. I like that. Thank you, Al-Anon. I will respect that and act accordingly. I will gather the strength and support of my Al-Anon program, of my AA program, my friends, and my higher power before I try to reason it out. And if it is none of my business, I won't pick it up at all. None of my business. That's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that is just none of my business. I don't have reason being in it. Okay? If you work on your mind with your mind, how can you avoid an immense confusion? I found that very funny because he just described me. If you work on your mind with your mind, how can you avoid immense confusion? Yeah. I think what they're saying is you need to talk to somebody else about it too. Okay. I found when I talk to somebody else about it, it tends to lose its power. There again, I'm saying it out loud. And as I say it out loud, I might hear how silly I might be being. Because I tend to revert back to being 14 again sometimes. That's when I started drinking. So there's still a lot of me that's still 14 years old. Right now there's a bunch of, and I'm not wanting to bring up division, but as a Gen Xer, you want to know why why we're acting like children? Because we didn't get a chance. I didn't get the chance to have a childhood. I would grow up in an alcoholic family. I took care of my brothers and sisters. And then from there, I was either grounded or in a halfway house or in a group home. So I never got that chance. So there's parts of me that refuse to grow up, like the part that wants to have fun. Yeah. There's still things in this life when I look around as a, you know, yeah, I'll give you I'll give you a great example. I haven't done it yet because I haven't had a chance. Okay. But there's this chair at the church, and what this chair does is it takes you up and down the stairs. Dion wants to play with it. Every time I see it, I want to sit, and I have a key, and I want to sit down and I want to play on it. Yeah, because there's a lot of me that has not grown up yet, and I don't know that I want to grow up. I enjoy being a Toys R Us kid, man. You know, um, I miss I miss growing up and discovering new things, like riding a roller coaster or the water park. You know, like I said, I haven't had a chance, but I'm going to. In fact, maybe I'll make a video out of it. Chair goes up, chair goes down. And I just tell the pastor, I'm just trying to figure out how it works. But, boys are like that. When we see something electronic or something to play with, it's kind of how we are. I still like to play in the dirt. It isn't that I like pulling weeds, but there's something about playing in the dirt that just makes me feel better. It makes me feel more grounded. Yeah. I like the green grass. So, but obsessive thinking isn't just about alcohol. It can be about anything that is bugging us. And what's going on? Well, it's our brain trying to figure it out because we don't want confrontation. We want to feel better. And we want to feel better. No, the fuck you have. You have not written on that chair. I'm going to be pissed if you've written in that chair and I haven't yet. I'm kidding. That's my wife. So. In case you don't know, Shannon Miller is my wife. Shannon with an A. There's other Shannon Millers out there, but they're with O's. Right? I can. So what is going on there, right? Well, your brain is looking for an answer it can't find. So you gotta let it go. Okay. So the options at this point are either I give it to God and go on with my day and do what I can to help other people, or I sit in misery. Sometimes I choose misery. I don't know why. I think it's part of my depression. But I don't stay there like I used to. I don't stay there anymore. When I'm upset, usually when I'm obsessed about something, it usually comes down to a fear. Yeah, it usually does. Fear that I'm not going to get what I want, or fear that it's not going to go the way that I want it to. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of times I do things with other people. I'm like, I just not would have done it that way. And I always feel the need to tell them. And I usually do. And it's kind of rude. I don't know why I do that, but it is kind of a flaw of mine. There's that mansplaining thing again, I do whatever I can to be respectful of people. I really do. I really do. Okay, I got it. And I'm not complaining, but I got to tell you about this guy that was. So while he was speaking, he said, well, Bill did drugs, so I can talk on drugs, da, 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 da. And then while I was speaking, I said, Bill did drugs for his depression. He didn't, and he found out that they didn't work. And no, that does not give us a good enough reason to talk about drugs in the meeting. This is an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And he came after me at the meeting. And actually what he asked was this. You guys ever thought about doing a speaker meeting? I knew right then and there where he was going, because he wants to be a speaker. He wants to tell his story. Okay. And I know where he's at. He's at the pink cloud. I want to shout it from the rooftops. Okay. But you're only two-stepping when you do that. You're doing steps 1 and 2 and 12. It's just two-stepping. Okay. And it says not to do that. And I said, what a coincidence, because I actually was thinking about bringing up to the group conscious having a speaker meeting, right? And there was a new guy. He kind of, then I thought, and I knew, but I said, well, I think you'd be a great speaker for the podcast. Why don't you tell your story on my podcast? I don't do that. And I said, don't do what? Tell your story? You just asked about a speaker meeting. Don't come at me with your narcissistic shit. And then he told me how I was talking to the newcomer wrong. And he said, you can't give out that advice. We're not counselors here. And I said, bullshit, I'm not. I am a counselor. So what do you do about that? Finally, he this is how it ended. He told me about how his upbringing was much rougher than mine, and that he comes from gangs, and I'm like, you're assuming, dude. You ain't seen shit. All right. But I get it. I get where he's coming from, man. He's like, no, I do it the way Bill did it. I'm like, okay, good. I know what he was trying to say. Oh, that goes against the traditions. Well, go read the forward to the 4th edition then. And then come back and tell me I'm doing it wrong. If you think that that's against the tradition, then why are you on a Zoom meeting with your phone that you didn't even put your name in? And I knew this because he signs in as the name a worker among workers. See how high I can jump? Okay. And I was trying to let him know, hey, to each their own, man. But he just wanted to tell me I was wrong about everything. And that's the way it is. And I do hope he comes back. He's not going to, because as soon as he said about his rough life or whatever and told me off, he logged off. And then people are like, we saw you didn't get a chance to speak here too. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Let's talk to the newcomer. Let's help him. So, see, that's what I do. That's kind of what I deal with all the time. And it drives me a little crazy. But I get it. When we get excited, we get into this program and we want to shout it from the rooftops. I get it. But that is where we become too big for our britches. And I know this because I went through it. You think I don't get too big for my britches? It happens all the time. At least once a week. But I can laugh at myself about it now. Okay? Before I used to get angry. No, I'm not out of my lane. You just shouldn't be. Well, I am out of my lane. Now people come and they're like, Dion. I'm like, I know I'm out of my lane. Again. Thanks. I am actually very, very grateful that people do that for me. But I know the difference between having my back and your demands, people don't even know that they're demanding things. I'm just laughing at everything right now because I find this world so fucking confusing. I do. I don't get a lot. I don't get a lot of things. I don't, and it makes me wonder. It's like, am I stupid? Am I missing something? You know, and I'm not calling myself stupid. I'm just wondering what I'm missing, but I don't know that I am. But I do that because I compare myself to other people. How else am I going to gauge? Right? And I don't want to do unfair comparisons, right? Because, you know, I'm not them and they're not me. But see how obsessive thinking can become really a part of anything. Sometimes I can obsess a little too much on looking inside and seeing what's going on with Dion when I need to be taking care of something that's going on right there. You know, I love you, but that ain't ever gonna happen. All I can do is get better at it. But I agree 100% with you. Okay, I do, but my brain doesn't. Is that weird? My brain's like, no, you two are full of shit. I could have had a V8. I have V8 in the fridge. I haven't drank it for months. Maybe I should open the fridge. All right. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm in a good mood and I feel good. So I'm just trying to stay there right now. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah. You've got better things to do, Dion, than see my brain, it just wants to fix the whole world. So when I try to stop and say, okay, Dion, you can't fix the whole world, but what if we just start with one little area? And that's where I get confused. I don't know where to start. And then what ends up happening, I think you guys just kind of saw this. I'm gonna share it. This is how I end up feeling. Where'd it go? There. That. It's not sharing. Oh yeah, it was. No, it's not. All right. I really want this to work. Oh, that's why. There we go. That's how I feel. That was a good description, right? Uh, progress. You know, it used to be worse than that. Yeah. At one point, I wouldn't have been even to open my eyes to see all the evil around me. You know, when you used to hang out with people like terror, bewilderment, frustration, and despair, you know, those were my best friends. Because at least they wanted to be around me. That's my doorbell. I'm not answering it. My son's home. He can get it. I think he's home. Someone's ringing the doorbell. I don't know. But, you know, for a long time, I had a lot of dark entities around me. And it's taken a long time to get rid of them. I've been beset by things beyond me. And when you'll find when you're making a real difference in this world, um, you might feel it, but there are sometimes when I don't know what it is. I just feel spiritually attacked, and I know who it is. The devil. You know, I did a lot of good work for the devil. I'm not proud of it, but I'll admit that I did it. I know it's getting a little too religion-y, but I don't know which other words to use than the ones that I'm using. So, yeah. Um, so it's going to be kind of a Christian kind of a view, but that's what I believe. So, um, I also have a couple of angels that follow me around. These are the angels that saved my life. There are a couple times in my life when I was walking home from school one day, and it had rained the night before. We lived in the mountains, and there was this stream, and it ran into a a drainage pipe. It's pretty big, and I'd been there several times, but the water was rushing a lot more than usual, and somehow I got caught in it, and it started pulling me in it, and I was holding on to the side, and I could see behind me, and there were all these rocks, and somehow, I don't know how, I pulled myself out of it, and went and told my mom, and they're like, that didn't happen. So, I definitely believe that we alcoholics we have angels that follow us. There's no other way we could be alive. Not with all the dangerous situations we put ourselves in. No, there's got to be something. There had to have been something watching my back, because it wasn't me. And it certainly wasn't any of my friends. Right? When it comes down to it, I can really, I've got a couple, and I just don't want to make other people feel bad, but, my wife is about my only friend. Right? Michelle's quickly becoming a good friend. Ingrid and I are good friends. We've had some very deep discussions. We've gone through some things. We've gone through some things, and she didn't leave. So now that's why it takes me time, because at some point we'll go through something together, and it'll be a little hard. And if you stick around, I'll give you my heart. That's how I work. Yeah. What it does, it tells me, oh, this person can tolerate my bullshit. Yeah. But the thing is, most times people leave. And that's how I know. So that's why I don't get too attached to people. I've known thousands, probably, I've met thousands and thousands of alcoholics, man. Yeah. I've met enough alcoholics to fill up Mile High Stadium easily. So, all right. Well, we'll just keep doing the best that we can. We do deserve, whether you're alcoholic or not. I'm saying this for the people on here right now. You deserve everything good in life that comes your way. You deserve it. I've been watching you. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I know. I know when you guys are doing your chores. I know when you're out doing other things. I know when you're cooking. I know when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Okay? I know when you're at Nana's and Papa's. All right? Patricia, I didn't see you pop in there. And then there's Patricia She's been around for like 3 years now. So, yeah, it's been that long. It's been at least 2, Patricia, right? And she's listened to a lot of my bull crap. Patricia's one of those people where if I don't see her for a week, I begin to wonder, but I know that she's usually doing okay because she checks in every now and again. You know, I think a lot of people take me in doses, which I get. I can be a lot. So, cool thing is the podcast is doing really, really well. Big book thumping. I'm happy with it. Yeah, let's just. I know I'm keeping you guys out of here if you want to stick around. Okay, I'm going to show you numbers now. Why not? All right. Now, don't look at the payment failed. We had to change cards. So, yesterday, I had 23 downloads. Is that huge? No. Is it for Dion? Yes. Okay. But here's kind of the cool thing. If you look down here, 14 for preface and the forwards. Then doctor's opinion, 13, 14, 12 on There's a Solution. That means the same people are listening. But then what happens is then they get caught in these podcasts. Then I have Sasa, and then I have Steph and Jason. Those are good ones. The 5 simple suggestion that Amber and I did, that's a really good one too. So in fact, I should probably put that out. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. You know, the neat thing is, then you get to watch me grow. I get to watch you grow. And even though some of us are in Texas, Tennessee, some of us are out of the country, but yet we can all come here. The 4 or 5 of us, we can come in here. I don't know. We can all come here and grow. Alabama. Oh, hi, Mandy. Alabama. Hell yes. I had put some red hot chili pepper in there. All right. Man, I've discussed a lot of things. I've just been sitting here yakking, Mandy. Literally, I've just been sitting here telling on myself. I've been sharing things like some of the podcasts and things like that. You know, I've been asking God for a lot of direction lately, and I feel up in the air, man. I know that I'm supposed to help some people, but I can't. I'm gonna give you some examples, okay? So the senior director over at Adams County, she ain't writing me back. The people that said, yeah, we would love to talk to you about putting treatments there, they won't write back. None of these people will write me back anymore. Yay, go eat, yummy. And so I'm getting pretty frustrated with God. I'm not. It isn't that I want recognition, but there needs to be more. There's just, I've been running the third Tuesday and Thursday meeting for 4 months now. And, when only 2 people show up, it's kind of, and I'm not putting it on anybody. I'm not. It's hard. It makes me wonder because I put a lot of effort into those meetings. Maybe I should not put so much effort into them. I can't do that either. Yeah, I know. Well, if I just went a Zoom way, it'd be a full meeting. But here's the thing is, God gave me a hard one. I asked for something and he gave it to me. We're in what we call the black hole. There's nothing there. And when I tell people where it's at, they're like, where is that? And it's only 10 minutes away from them, but they don't know that. So I've really had to do a lot of thinking and a lot of different things. And this is hard because usually what I would do, this is what I would usually do. I would just go start a meeting at a detox near me. But there's no detox near us. And there's ones in Denver, like really far away. So I can't do that. I'd go to treatment centers, but there aren't any. I'd go to sober livings, but they don't want me. They're all scared of me. Not scared of me, but they tend to not want to work with me. I call out bullshit. You know. I don't know. I think it's paranoia, but my brain's like, yeah, you got to be on some blacklist or something somewhere, right? Yeah, maybe they are not ready yet. Well, what I did is I went and said, hey, get us a detox, and it's coming. It's coming. So the detox is coming, and that'll help us. Okay. What I'm doing is following advice right now. I'm listening. So these are great things. Thank you. I've been looking for the right word, and I think resilient is it. You know, it certainly doesn't help my self-esteem much. I know it doesn't have anything to do with popularity, but when people say they're going to come back and they don't, it hurts. So there's another part to this. Here's the thing. So like last week on Thursday, one person showed up online and one person showed up in person. And I feel bad because I don't want to waste this person's time. That's why I feel bad. I don't want to waste their time. You know, they've been showing up, helping me out, and I want more people for them there too. At the same time, I've never done it this way before. So it's new. And so I'm finding out things. Here's some great ones. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here yet. Careful what you ask for. And be resilient. And I'm going to go with this one too. I'm going to stand still. Yeah, you're right. And this is all stuff, my wife told me, everybody else has been telling me, but honestly, I just wasn't willing to hear it until today. I wanted to feel bad for myself for a little bit. That's just the honest truth. All right. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I like my new desk. It doesn't wiggle. So, progress. Yay, progress. I love you all. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.